discuss with me?
Yeah.
Could you give me
multiple.
some? Oh, well, let's take
Start with
one.
one.
Start with the most important or crucial one, and give me some more information.
Right. So I'm a mentor of one PD, a half of a TTO class, and in my class I have this one student that I just cannot seem to get a hold of. He appears to be very bright. He used to be a top student in his previous school. I think his English level is quite there, but still his grades seem to not be on par with his knowledge. So he doesn't get the grades that he thinks he deserves. He gets frustrated, and I have no idea how to motivate him or tackle the problem.
Okay, have you discussed this with him and his parents?
Yes.
Again, how are you?
Good.
Good, okay. Well, you've asked me today to come and meet you here,
Yeah.
so we could discuss an issue you've been dealing with. So without further ado,
Yeah.
explain please.
Okay, well, as one coach to another, I do have a problem with someone in my cluster. Not as a person, but as them using CLIL. Because I spoke to that colleague and I asked her how she was doing and how her class has been, because she's really feeling insecure about it. And then she told me, well, I'm not doing CLIL at the moment. That's how I was looking at her, like, what do you mean? Of course you're doing CLIL. But she said, well, there's some exercises on the textbook and I have to skip them because the class is working too slow. So I tried to convince her that she is doing CLIL, even though she's not using the exercises.
Right.
But I couldn't convince her, so...
Okay, so that created a difficulty point for you.
Yes.
So if I understand correctly, you have a member of your cluster
Yes.
that you're supervising or coaching at the moment.
Yeah.
You wanted to get an update on how her CLIL lessons went.
Yeah.
And she informed you that she wasn't particularly using CLIL activities
Yes.
since the class tempo was a little bit on the lower side.
Yeah.
However, you tried to make her realize that she was in fact using CLIL,
Yes.
even though it weren't the specific CLIL exercise.
Yes.
Okay.
So she doesn't see it.
No. Okay. So what I'm hearing is you gave her like the descriptors of what a CLIL exercise must contain,
Yes.
and that she then confirmed that she actually uses or reaches those points.
Yes.
However, she failed to see that then by reaching those points it was also CLIL.
Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly.
Do you have this problem with anyone else in your cluster?
No, I don't. It's only her.
Okay. Let's see. Why do you think she feels that it's not CLIL?
Well, I think she's really insecure about her teaching in English, and I don't think that's really necessary.
Okay.
But she feels like, okay, my English isn't that fluent, and sometimes I mispronounce things, and I think she focuses really on that, and not on the things that are going well.
Well, okay. Have you tried to show her in any other ways that she is using CLIL besides verbally explaining it to her?
No, not yet, because, you know, actually I was planning on visiting her class and then just, you know, marking all the things she was doing right.
Right.
But as she's so insecure, I actually daren't even ask, because that I am afraid that she would shut off completely.
Okay. Okay. So then if I summarize this for myself, what I'm hearing is that it's that you think that the problem stems from a confidence issue.
Yes, I do.
So that due to the fact that she's less confident in her own skills,
Yes.
she finds it difficult to look further into CLIL/language aspects because she feels that her inability, even though she is capable
Yes.
of English, is keeping her back at that moment.
Yes.
Okay. So what I'm hearing now, and correct me if I'm wrong, is that we have a student at this school who is capable of doing, according to you, more than he's doing now. His parents also see the problem and are willing to help, but are not putting in as much as you think they could. He himself is not putting in as much as he could. And obviously the goal is for you to come up with a plan to make sure that he does pass to the next year. That's the main goal right now. So
Yeah.
what would be your preferred point? What would you want her to see or acknowledge at this moment?
Well, of course, I would love to give her a bit more confidence. But, how will I reach this? Because, I was thinking about inviting her then into my own class and look in how far that is different from her own classes. Because, if she feels like, okay, she finds it a bit daunting, to invite me to her class, just turn it around then.
Right. Okay. I'm hearing a very good suggestion as to how you might get closer to the solution or the target that you have in mind. Are there other particular ways that you can think of or have thought of that might aid you in making her realize this?
Well, I was thinking about, we have that group OneNote. So I was thinking of putting, like a list in. So all these things are CLIL, because I know she reads it.
Right.
She is interested.
Right.
So maybe that might make her realize that she isn't doing badly.
Okay. I am hearing quite a lot of good ideas already, of which you have already tried to undertake some and plan to undertake others. Would you like to hear some things that I came up with in
Yes,
the while that we
please.
were talking? So perhaps making a tiny card for her, which has those 3 or 4 main descriptors of a CLIL activity, and laminating it and giving her this card that she could keep on her desk would perhaps make her more conscious of the fact that she is doing these actions and therefore she is doing a CLIL activity, because it's quite easy to hear something and it's then also quite easy to say, oh yeah, that's true, but then it might be more difficult to actually remember while you're busy with it.
Yes.
So having a physical reminder in your visual area might also help a little more.
Yes.
Another thing I came up with is perhaps have her herself write down or try to come up with the main reason she feels like she isn't doing CLIL, because then you also have a little more information you could use to explain to her why she is using CLIL. Those are some things I think might be able to help. Do you perhaps have any idea at the moment which you would like to try out?
Well, I think, two of those actually. I really like your idea of the card. So I think I might do that, but then I will give one to all of my cluster members, because otherwise you might feel singled
so
out.
So that's a noticeable.
Yes.
Understood.
And I think I will put like the list in OneNote, because I was planning on that anyway. And I will invite her to my class and then see whether she likes that idea or not.
I'm hearing that you have quite a good plan already, or a set course of action right now. So I'd really like to know how that goes,
Yes.
and would like to invite you back so we could discuss the process.
Yes, that would be nice.
Thank you very much, Esther.
Thank you.